Hey, so this morning we are going to talk about Unmatched. Bubba and I have been playing Unmatched, well, basically since it came out, right?
Yep.
Because you went to MondoCon. Am I making that up? Is it MondoCon?
I did.
You went to MondoCon and you're like, hey, we were at this point, we were a couple behind because we just didn't. I know myself, and I know that if I get into a game that has multiples coming out, I will continue to get. Pastor Savage asked earlier what I thought. He hadn't played a Marvel United yet. It's a slippery slope. Just be careful. All right. It's a fun game. Be careful. So Bubba was at MondoCon and he said, hey, they have Volume 1, which is a base game. They have Bigfoot and Robin Hood, and they have Bruce Lee. Should I pick him up? And I said, absolutely, because we couldn't find him anywhere else at that point. And so he picked him up for both of us. And if you don't know what Unmatched is, it's a dueling game. I won't call it a deck builder because you have a deck that you have a deck that you're using per character. Every set you can mix and match. You can play Bigfoot against Buffy if you want. You can play the Marvel characters against, a raptor or 3 raptors actually. So
sweet.
You're playing cards from your hand to either attack, to do a scheme, or you're playing one that is there's an attack, or you can like move. There you go. And we have attack, defense, and then ones that are both. You just play those. Yet June did beat me yesterday as the Raptors, and I was the T-Rex. Those Raptors hit hard, very hard.
Well, they swarm me, bro.
She swarmed me, and she basically took me down in one turn. Like, she just had the right cards, because the Raptors keep like getting, if you play the right cards, they keep getting more actions, and they just kept biting me. I was on 22 health, and she took me down to 1.
Okay, good.
So we're going to go through today, and I didn't mention this. This game is actually based on Star Wars Epic Duel that came out in the early 2000s. Restoration took the idea of it and put it into other characters. So there's a ton of fictional and non-fictional characters. So yeah, it was exactly like, except the T-Rex should have like just bit them all, and then they would have won.
This website, by the way, is pretty gnarly.
In a good way or a bad way?
It's great. It's Unmatched Maker. It's like a database of like all the cards. Look at this. Alice. All right, we're just gonna pull up Alice. Look, this is her curve of cards.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
That's crazy. Gives you every card, tells you all the stats about it.
No messing around. Okay. Sean says, I hope for the adventure Kickstarter. I want the Deadpool to be able to buy, but I know I won't. Honestly, just find the people who don't know its value and that they're selling it, because that's how you're gonna get it. We got it when it was like, I got it when it first came out, and I know they've kind of lost the license to it, but maybe you can find it again one day. I hope.
William Shakespeare. What?
That's how you got Bruce. Yeah, exactly. You just need to find the people who
don't know. Okay, so what are we doing here? Okay, so I found this thing.
Yeah, Bruce Lee can be dang expensive.
All right,
are these all the cards?
It's 34. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, crap, 28, 29, 30, 22, 33. Yeah, 34. I just don't really know all these card backs. Do you know them? So this one,
it's Ares or Ares.
Okay.
No,
Achilles.
There we go.
So we got Achilles, Alice. This one.
None of your beeswax.
Yeah. Thanks for asking.
What is that?
Who is that?
Is that Sinbad or Arthur? King Arthur?
Oh, okay. So they're going to be in alphabetical order, if that helps.
No, King Arthur is the next one.
Yeah. So Achilles, Alice, somebody else, Arthur. This one, Bigfoot.
This is not helping.
Baba Yaga over here.
We can just do the ones we know, and then we can figure out what those ones are.
Here, yeah, we'll go through. Maybe this one will help us. All right, so if we do Alice, does it not show me card backs? I would like to see a card back.
Figure it out yourself.
We're really
so that's a killer deal. Yeah, I mean, I know people are selling Bruce Lee and Deadpool for hundreds of dollars. Yo, thanks for that follow.
Stealth Striker 17. Thanks for that follow. See, man, I figured that out like real quick.
I was gonna say Stith, and I knew I was wrong.
We're gonna go Unmatched.
Thanks so much for the follow. We're gonna be ranking Unmatched characters this morning. As soon as we find a way to easily distinguish which card backs are which, because we're kind of at a loss for a couple of them. I think the Buffy ones will be the trickiest for me because I don't remember what the backs look like.
Look at this, card backs ranked.
Well, that doesn't help.
You know what would really help, like legit?
Having a game sitting here by me.
Well, yeah, that would help. Here on this here page, if I could, can I see this? If I could see the whole dang thing, at the bottom of it, it tells you who it is.
Can you double click it? You need your glasses?
No. Okay. So this one.
This is gonna be a lot of
who body it is.
Scroll down a little bit and what's on the bottom of this page? Just nothing.
Yeah. Let's just go as far as we can. So this one is, I think this is Beowulf.
Seems legit. I'm just gonna go to unmatched card backs. How about that? Unmatched.
That's what I tried to do.
Well, let me do with 1.5 hands.
Okay. So this is card backs ranked. Maybe that. Let's just see if that video works.
Let's do images.
Okay. Well, that was. This is the content you guys are here for. We
well,
know.
they're doing. Hey, they waited 30 minutes for your internet to get better. So, unmatched. Are you on unmatched.cards?
No. Wait for the. Yeah, unmatched.cards. So if I go 2 cards.
It would be nice. Hold on. What if we did this? Put the name. Okay, this is how we figured it out. Go to unmatched cards and I'll click the name and it'll put them in order. Like put them. Nope.
Click on cards.
You go to deck
Decks.
info and then click the
info.
name. It'll put all of them in alphabetical order. So I'm kind of an internet genius.
Oh my gosh, dude. You've been holding out on me?
I've been waiting for such a day as this.
You believe this
It's
guy?
it's right. Angel. The answer is it's Angel.
Angel from what?
Buffy.
That's why. I've not played that yet.
Oh, really? I've played it a few times.
That makes sense why I'm like, it's not real. Okay,
all right, here we go.
Let's get cracking.
Achilles, first one.
Achilles.
Let's see here. I think Achilles is tough. The thing about this, I'm going to say this nice and early here. They do a very good job of keeping this game balanced. Very good job. And I know you were part of the beta testing for, it may have been Achilles and a couple other ones.
It was a couple of them. Yeah, I did the scary lady Baba Yaga over here.
Oh, Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
So yeah, like they do a really good job of keeping them all well balanced.
Mm-hmm.
With that said, I think we need to go through here and find out who we think. Okay, is this our opinion of who we like the best?
Can you bring me all of my unmatched, please?
Is this our opinion of who we think is the best, or is this who we the definitive best?
I think we're saying the same thing. Yeah.
I don't know. Like
obviously, our opinion is the definitive opinion.
Because in my brain, I would probably put Medusa as an S tier.
You just want to jump straight to stuff like that?
I think I would start there because for me, she is one of the toughest. I think she's Snake stuff by Moon Knight. Yeah. To me, because she has range and she has a couple cards in her deck that just do mega ton of damage. And so like for me, she's like near the top. I think ranged characters are going to be near the top in almost all of these just because they are harder to hit and they can do damage from afar. Now, they typically don't do as much damage when they're a ranged character. But thanks for our lovely assistant.
That's just the first load.
You will right. You gotta load it up here.
Keep going.
Keep them coming. We didn't even talk about the art. The art's incredible. All of them.
The art's.
Keep them coming.
These ones. This is the money right here.
Yeah, that's where the money is right there. I mean, they
Let's do
probably
that one
there was the money. There she goes. Would you not agree with me with Medusa? Thanks, Anna.
I would. Thank you. That's all of it, yeah. Just barely this much. Barely this much. So.
Well, they came out with those boxes for storage, but I didn't get any of them.
So Medusa is in the volume 1 box.
Mm-hmm. This is gonna be a really tough ranking for me, just so you know.
No, I absolutely 100% agree with you. Man, I do think that I would agree with you. I don't know that I would have came to that conclusion as quick as you did.
I just know that when anyone's playing Medusa, I'm always like, oh, you've got to be kidding me. Now, with that said, I would also put Bruce Lee in S tier if he gets his cards together.
Bruce Lee is the most frustrating character to play against.
There you go.
Because,
see, I just need to sell them in order to get a tattoo. It's so easy, Aaron.
Why don't you just get a tattoo of every card?
Oh, now we're talking.
And then
actually, that's kind of a good idea.
You're the game now.
Oh, speaking of games, we're gonna get in this ring in just a second. Speaking of games, I got a sticker mule order of 50 stickers of me as a Marvel Snap character. So if you see me at a convention, I could give you one of those.
It's gonna be so great, dude.
Oh, thank you. I think we're probably playing Game Chops. Bubba, you playing Game Chops? Is that what your music is you're playing right now?
I am. Yeah, Stealth, absolutely
Sonic
am.
Background music. There you go.
Yeah, Green Hill Zone from Game Chops. Anytime you're watching us, it's just Game Chops, like coffee date playlist, because it's chill and it's got coffee in the title.
It's a date.
And so that's Miss Medusa. Right.
Anyways, if you all,
Our Lady Medusa.
Avon, loves the card I made. Avon gave me the reaction I wanted.
He pooped your pants. That's how excited
Avon was really excited. Aaron was like, "What? Why?"
I thought about it when you showed it to me. I was like, man, Matt, do I just make Matt a card? Like, I know you're doing this right now. I mean, I could pop in and give you one that looks like one. And I was like, nope, let him have it. Let him have this.
It's fine. It's not. Honestly, it was a pretty rushed decision. I just kind of went for it. And now, could I have made a better one? Absolutely, I could have. But will it still be really good? Absolutely, it will be. So
okay, so we've got Medusa in S tier, and if you guys have any, you can sway us in this. You really can. King Arthur. If we're just gonna stay in A here,
let's just stay in volume 1 here. We'll go for King Arthur. King Arthur.
I would put him A tier easy.
You think so?
Yeah, I mean, because again, so this is if his cards hit, right?
Yeah,
if his cards hit,
really, that's all of them though. Like, I feel like that's it's true.
Now, okay, so but all right, well let's just sit there then. Let's take away if his cards hit on a curve, right? On an average, how often are you playing really well with Arthur?
Not usually. I'm playing against Alice and Medusa, and those two are like just dealing the damage.
Really, Alice
and her grow and shrink abilities, like she is.
See, I haven't found that that's been super effective for me.
You haven't played against Margot. That was her main for a while.
So for me, for Alice, I would put her B tier.
I would and I would put Arthur in B tier.
Okay, we'll start.
But I'm willing to be persuaded.
We can start.
Sinbad,
B. I mean,
Sinbad for me is probably C tier.
Yeah, Sinbad's not doing it for me. He's this guy, right?
Yeah.
Sinbad, I think he's fine. His ship mechanic is pretty cool.
It is cool.
I'm gonna give it that. But I don't know. I feel like I spend most of the game just riding the waves.
Right, and typically I feel like it's harder for him to build to that point where he's doing a good amount of
anything.
damage.
Yeah.
Really.
I mean, like, I always get stomped when I'm Sinbad. And honestly, what that means is I don't know how to play Sinbad.
That's probably true, but we won't say that in this. This is our definitive rank here.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
All right. So that's volume 1.
Yeah, that's all 4
I feel pretty good that we might bump up and down here a little bit as we go.
Move around if we need to.
All right.
Let's move on to volume 2. What do you think?
Yeah, may as well. Volume 2. Volume 2 didn't come out. It came out much later. It came out.
Anna, where's my volume 2?
Uh-oh. Do we just find out one you don't have?
No, I have it. Here, entertain the folks. It's probably in a box over here.
Okay. Volume 2 came out much later after the other like expansions came out, but it's kind of like one where it did nothing like really fit all together. I haven't played this one as much as some of the other ones, but I think I've been able to play through at least all the characters once. But we'll kind of look at it here as Bubba brings it on back. Volume 2. I need to remember who's in that one. I think Achilles is, but could be wrong. Where is it? Let's just type in the old internet. You maybe find out he doesn't have it. Volume 2. There we go. There we go. Click it. This has Sun Wukong, Yaniga, Achilles, and Bloody Mary. Now, I don't think... No, I think I've played it as all of them. And I think that... And in this one, that's a tough one. These are all pretty good characters. I feel like they started adding... I won't say different abilities, but different things that can happen when you play certain cards. There's been a little bit... Everything off the shelf. Well, Anna, he's going to be sad when he finds that out. Maybe he didn't get that one. Maybe he thought he did because I had it. I don't know. Uh-oh. Someone's coming back disappointed. Uh-oh.
I guess I'm tearing my entire house apart and trying to find that today.
Did you leave it at game night or something?
No way. I would never do that. I have it.
Look, I'm going to say, are you for sure you have it?
100%. Yeah. Because I have the... like
it's
that,
in the
extra
backpack
card.
or in the thing in the shed?
Nah, it might be in the shed.
It probably is behind some games.
Yeah. Either way, I'll find it. That's frustrating, man. I have too many games, and they're scattered to the 4 winds. And
I've been like slowly chipping down.
So, Matthew, pardon me while we have a little staff meeting right here. And the thing that we were looking at, that we're like, hey, this is it. This is the silver bullet for us.
Oh yeah.
There's an auction like mechanic in it. That you found it. Okay.
Whew. Where was it?
Whoa. JK kidding. JK kidding. Found so much more.
Whoa, there's some Unmatched.
Yeah. 3 of them. Ta-da!
Where was it?
Yeah, it's this one right here. Where were they?
In another one behind.
Oh, well, they don't all fit in one calyx.
Yeah, they do not.
It's not my fault.
Okay, here we go. Volume 2. Thanks for being a part of that, everyone.
Thanks, babe.
Thanks, Anna. All right, so this one... Now, have you been able to play all these characters? I think that I've played all of them at least once.
I don't know. I have not played all these characters. I have not played Yanega. Right?
Yanenga?
Yeah, I haven't played her. Honestly, I don't even think that I've played Bloody Mary since she released.
Oh, you played it before, right?
But so what's really cool is just to kind of rewind a little bit, because this, like, they're really good about giving you cool things with the stuff, right? Go to conventions, ladies and gentlemen. Go to conventions.
Why?
So in here, this guy, King Arthur, he has a holographic card. Is that the word I'm looking at? It's shiny.
Shiny card, yeah.
Yeah, it's a foil card. There we go. He's got they gave away a foil card for him, And then for Sun Wukong, they gave away a foil card. And I think even like you got it if you ordered stuff online.
Yes, and I've noticed that they've been doing a couple, I think, and I might be wrong here, that they have a couple different ones. Like if you get it, you can get one in convention, and if you order online, pre-order online, you get a different one.
It's a different one?
I think so. I did not pre-order the newest Marvel stuff. So we'll see if I get one. Sometimes Card House gets that in there with it, but
there's still time.
There probably is.
Here's the thing. Let's go to East. Is Restoration? Sorry, not Renegade. Is Restoration going to be at East? Okay,
I don't think so.
There'll be a Gen Con.
It will be at Gen Con.
So I've got Lorcana money for Gen Con, so I need to be careful. All right, so we've got this here Marvel Legends, not Marvel. This here Unmatched Legends here. So Sun Wukong, have you played him?
Yes, and I would probably put that as an A. Now I don't think as good as Medusa as far as ranged attacks go. Still very tough.
You'd put him A. Okay.
I just think range attack characters are going to be up
higher. I like them all right. You know, I mean, he wasn't.
Yeah. Honestly, I would be. You could convince me to put him at B. Just maybe it's just that I haven't played him enough.
No, I'm kind of trying to remember. It's been a hot minute since I played all these characters, or really any of them, if I'm being honest. Yeah. But I remember Sun Wukong being great. He had his sidekicks are a clone mechanic, and so like they're basically just duplicates, obviously, like clones are of him. Whereas the other ones are, I think the Raptors are the only thing that's a little bit different, right? But you just basically get to do, like, all the cards just work for almost everybody, if memory serves me correctly. And so that can be pretty obnoxious to deal with. Yeah, all of his cards say any on them. And so
oh, Caffeine, I can't wait either. It's gonna be so, I can't believe it's practically here.
What?
PAX East.
PAX? Yeah. I told
Bubba
Anna, I was like, hey, I'll leave next week.
Yeah, Bubba and I will be there. We will be helping out with the Dice Throne booth. Half a day every day. So if you want to come find us, we'll be there.
Yep.
And we
need to.
The only other plan I have, two plans: eating dinner. Mm-hmm. We have one dinner date on Wednesday, and my other plan is
we'll eat dinner every day.
We'll eat dinner every day, but we have one official plan on that day. My other plan is go to the Nintendo booth. That's all I have.
Yes, sir.
And there it
also is. Every day.
Every day. All right.
Yeah. So anyway, Sun Wukong, it's just clone. The clones do exactly what you think they would
and
do.
honestly, I think I've only played them one time. I think I'm gonna be playing some Unmatched today. We have game night tonight.
Yeah. We have game night tomorrow. I might be bringing it. I'm not traveling with all this. It ain't happening, no. Man.
Well, okay, I would, because my church is 2 blocks from my house.
Yeah.
And I don't know. We'll figure it out. Okay. Hey, let's move on. Let's move on to Bloody Mary.
Bloody Mary, she's just so freaking cool, man. Like, everything about it is different. She has no sidekick. It's just her. It's Bloody Mary or bust, my guy. Like, have you played her?
I've played against her, now that I'm thinking about it.
Yeah.
You think she's A?
She's terrifying enough that I would put her in A. Like, she is a formidable opponent.
I'm gonna say this. I'm not sure I'm gonna put any of these in D. I'm having a hard time thinking of any of them I would put in D.
I'm sure we'll get to one. I'm sure we will. Yeah.
Caffeine, I accept those terms and services. I just did a digital signature. So.
Yeah. Again, also.
Yeah, I did. +1, please.
I'm just seeing if there's any.
Caffeine, are you there all 4 days? You probably told me this, and I can't remember anything.
Dude, her token too. Let me show you her token. God, dude, this game's so freaking cool.
Thursday, Friday. Okay, there you go. Well, I'm in.
You see, like Matt and I, we don't collect everything for every game, right? Just can't. Not everything for every game.
Okay, all right, you got me.
But sometimes there's a game out there that's just like
Oh, Mike, so I'm sorry.
You need to take my money. And so this
Yeah,
is the,
that one's super cool.
look at it. She's in the mirror.
I'm fucking with the man in the mirror.
It's just so freaking cool,
That's really
man.
cool. Yeah,
So
all
cool.
of the minis in this game and the art are just top notch.
Like, oh my gosh, dude. Just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous.
I think you could probably show them all off.
I could.
All right,
Maybe
you
that's
want to
what
put
we
her at
should've-
A tier.
Maybe that's what we should have ranked anyway.
Oh, that would probably have been easier.
minis.
Honestly. Mike, I am sorry. When will I see you next?
Okay, so
Moving on.
hey,
to-
Michael, get out of here. We saw you, okay? Don't
I
you dare.
I felt bad because we're in the middle of a conversation, and then they were there, and then I
even got to I got to
you
hug
got to talk to him more than
Michael's
I
wife.
did. You got to talk to him more than I did. I was in
That's
the
an
middle
honor
of
right there.
it was an honor, but I wanted to
I see him all the time.
more of an honor. I do.
Okay.
Next.
Who we got here? Achilles. You gonna do Achilles.
I feel
We
comfortable with
decided
B.
that this was Achilles. I honestly don't remember anything.
I don't
stand
remember
out about him.
Yes, exactly. Like tough, but I remember Little Red Riding Hood being able to beat him pretty easily.
Dude, Little Red Riding Hood, that chick
She's
is fierce.
just awful.
Absolutely, yeah. Like, if we were ranking playing with and playing against, she would be like quite the dichotomy there.
Oh yeah, playing against her. That's Margot's new main is Little Red Riding Hood.
All right,
We have
Yenenga? Oh, it's probably Inenga. Yeah,
Inenga. We need
Probably.
Aaron's pronunciation guy.
I'm gonna start off and see.
She's ranged.
Huh.
What do you got?
I don't know. Like, again, I've not played her, and so I don't know anything about it. I'm just kind of like just looking at the character, just peeping it.
I need to remember more about her. I know I've played against her, at least. I think I've played with her.
All right, she's ranged, and she has archers. Okay, she's got. Looks like she has one.
And you're able to bring back defeated archers from the dead.
She's got 2 archers. She has a movement of 2. Ranged in this game just works freaking phenomenally.
Yes.
Love it more than any other game.
Hey,
If you would take damage, you may assign any amount of that damage to 1 or more archers in her zone instead.
Yeah. I would honestly put her higher because then she also has powers to bring those archers back from the grave.
In her cards, her schemes.
Yeah, it's she has 3 cards that are surprise volley. Immediately, you may return a defeated archer to a space in an opposing fighter's zone.
Oh, you're looking at the cards right now.
I'm looking at Unmatched.cards.
Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna throw her into B, if for no other reason than being able to share damage. Like,
Yes. Well, then
that's
you also
huge.
being able to put that archer back that was defeated in their zone, and now that archer is now the attacker.
Okay.
And if you don't do that, you don't need to put one back. You get to gain an action.
I like gaining actions.
Yeah, gaining actions is kind of where it's at in this game.
Okay. So let's move on to.
See you, Lisa.
Bye, Lisa.
Did we get everyone from that one? You talk to people. I'm going to the bathroom.
Yep, all 4 of them. So the next one we're gonna look at is going to be Cobble and Fog. I really like being able to pull these things off the shelf and like show them and talk about them and like touch them. I really do. Rather than it just being a generic conversation about us looking at things on the internet. Because I mean, like for Matt and I, the hobby of tabletop experiences and adventures is a big deal for us. Like I don't know about you all, but I love board games. People ask me all the time. They're like, "Hey, Bubba, what's the thing that you're nerdy about?" And I'm like, I'm kind of nerdy about everything, right? Like I have to be this deep in almost everything. Anime is not my jam, but I know about anime, so I can have conversations. Like pop is not really my jam because I don't have the money for pop. If I did, it would be. There are certain things. Comic books are not really my jam, but I like them and I know enough about them. Board games, tabletop experiences. This is my jam. People come and they watch me and they join me in Zoom calls and they're like, "Holy crap, you got a lot of games." And I was like, "These are just the show games." Like, again, Anna pulled all of this stuff. She pulled all of these Unmatched and all of these and all the ones that are already behind me from a different shelf. Like, this is what we love to do. This is our vice. We like video games. We like all sorts of other things, but board games, tabletop experiences, that's where you're gonna get Matt and myself.
Hello. Okay. All right. What do we got next?
Cobble and Fog.
Cobble and Fog. Okay. Invisible Man, Sherlock, Hyde, Jekyll and Hyde, and Dracula.
So the Invisible Man, pretty cool. Like,
yeah,
legit cool.
Has a mechanic.
Yeah. I'm gonna show you his mini.
Oh wow.
I gotcha. Yeah.
I think your internet's glitching. I didn't see it.
But still, like, that's like his face is gone.
No, it is really cool. And he has a mechanic where you can take him off the board so he can't even be hit.
Yes.
Which is pretty cool. He hides and then he's...
It feels like, what was that game? Fury of Dracula, right? So, like, did you ever play Fury of Dracula, Matt?
I don't think so.
Where, like, there's a couple of other games like this. The Sherlock Holmes games are like this. I know he's in here, but, like, where you have to kind of know where the villain is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Let's just start here. I would put Invisible Man at A tier.
I think that's,
I think he's all over the place, and it's just really hard to lock down and to hit.
Again, it's like playing as or playing verse, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I want to sell them all, Anna, because we need money.
Were you selling all the games or just the Unmatched?
Literally, for me, nothing is off limits. When I go to sell my stuff or I'm bartering some of it as well. Nothing is off the table. Invisible Man.
There's some that are. We've talked about this. Invisible Man. Let's see. We got Ghost Rider. Oh, you got it. Okay, great.
All right. So you say it's A tier?
I think so.
And I agree. I agree with that. Not quite S for me.
No, not quite. Not quite.
S.
All right. Now Sherlock Holmes. He is also
boy.
pretty tricksy.
He's smart, and they made him smart in this game.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Big fan of what they did for old Sherlock Holmes, Sherlock Homeboy. I think that his mini could use some work.
Yeah,
I don't know what
he's not the most fanciest one, but he's, that's kind of Sherlock. So maybe put a magnifying glass in his hand or something.
Yeah, something.
He's ready to punch you, though.
Oh, he'll get you.
Gonna get you.
I'm gonna get you. B. He's B for me.
I was. If there was like a B plus, I'd do that, but B's fine.
22-1 Baker Street.
Okay. And now Hyde, Jekyll and Hyde.
Oh yeah, dude. I think for my money, I think that Jekyll and Hyde is a better mechanic than Alice. It's a similar mechanic, but I think it's better.
It probably. I would tend to agree with that.
Because even with Alice, with her deck, like there are, if memory serves me correctly, there are cards that work when you're small and cards that work when you're big. Or is that not? There's a card that changes you to big or small.
I think it changes you.
So with Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, there are cards in your deck that only work when you're one or the other. And so...
Oh, Sean, you're right on about that. Yeah, Bruce Lee just blows
slaps
through his hand.
He has to.
Yeah.
So that's we'll talk about Bruce Lee here in just a minute. Just a
yeah.
minute. Again, when you talk about balance, like that dude will thump you so hard right in the noggin, but he can kill himself. So, we'll talk about that a little bit. Okay, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. I would put it A tier because I do think, or I mean at the very least,
yeah, I'd be fine with
I
that.
would put it in front of Alice, but I do think
okay.
it's A tier.
I can do either of those.
Yeah. So we'll come back through and we'll rank these in the
row here.
in
Okay.
row order. All right. Dracula.
Thanks for the warning, Anna.
Well, we'll see. We'll see, babe.
Yeah, Sean, those freaking raptors. There are just too many of them. Too many of them.
Mr. Dracul. Two Dracul.
He has a little minions, like vampire minions, right?
The sisters.
Sisters, there it is.
Hey, sister.
I would feel comfortable putting Dracula, like, he's pretty straightforward. I feel like there's some like benefits for like regeneration because of his blood power.
Well, yes, and he has just the life drain period. So like his ability, if you start off, if you're next to somebody and you draw a card, you can take a life from them. Well, you don't take it, but that you drain their life. Like they lose a hit point. They don't get to defend it.
Drink up.
Yeah. He's fairly straightforward. You know, I think he's B tier. You know, like I don't hate him. He's not the first character I'm reaching for. But if I get him, I'm not mad
just have
at
one
it.
health, right?
Yeah, they're just sidekicks.
Yeah, I think they only have one health each, Sean. So as soon as they're hit, they're gone.
Most sidekicks, if there are multiple of them, only have one hit point.
Yep.
Actually, I'm hard pressed to think of a sidekick that there are multiple of them that doesn't have one hit point. Again, I'm having a hard time keeping everything in Unmatched.
Not that comes to mind.
Straight.
Super quick. All right, so we're putting Dracula.
Put a B tier.
B tier. Oh, you're okay. Great. I'm good with that.
I don't think I've done it yet.
That's right there.
And again, it's not definitive yet. We're just laying them out. Hey, this is making me want to play this game. So if you're ever with Matt and I, and you want to play Unmatched, no problem.
We got you covered. We can even do a mirror match. We're both together. All right.
Or
what do you
even
got
if we're
next?
not, right? Like if you have it and we have it, we can play online. I think you can play Unmatched online.
You can. Yeah. There's a whole thing.
Buffy.
Buffy is going to be hard for me to rank because I've played Buffy. There's nothing in Buffy that I was like, oh, this is great. I want to keep playing this character. Maybe it's just like I have no connection really to Buffy. No, I've seen the show. Yeah, I think you're right. It's on DTS.
For me, DTS. Oh, TTS. Got it.
Yeah.
For me, I think that this was just a licensing thing, right?
They got it and they went for it.
Almost exclusively just a licensing thing, because I'm looking at it and I'm like, maybe if I was a big fan of the show, right?
Well, or a big fan of Unmatched, which we are, so we got it.
Well, I mean, I bought it, but like buying and playing are two separate.
I would
hobbies.
put all these in C tier.
All of them?
I think so. I don't know. I'm trying to think if like anyone stood out to me.
Let's just look at them.
Maybe what's her face?
That's
Buffy? What's the red-haired lady's name? Willow.
Willow.
I might put her at B.
Let's see. Let's look at their abilities. I think that's a good way to kind of start it.
It's fine, Sean. Like it's legit. It's Unmatched, and I really what I wanted to do was do Buffy against Dracula, just because that makes sense to me in my brain.
Yeah. All right. So when Willa or Tara is dealt damage, Willow becomes Dark Willow.
Yeah.
At the end of your turn, if Dark Willow is adjacent to Tara, she becomes Willow. What is Dark Willow?
Just more stuff.
She's like Dark
harder
Phoenix.
hitting.
Willow, and Dark Willow. Okay. I guess I would need to play that to really understand.
I would put her at B if I was going to put kind of the same, like similar change mechanics like we had with Hyde and Alice, sort of.
Oh, she has a resurrect scheme. So choose a friendly fighter who's been defeated and place them anywhere within Willow's zone and set their health to 3. That's pretty cool.
That is pretty cool.
Maybe she'd be a fun character to play. I'll put her B. I'd play that. What's your card look like, lady? Candles? Light a candle. Have you guys played Buffy?
Yeah.
You're not buying this one? Didn't look interesting. That's
yeah,
fine.
I think I've played as everyone in this. Is
Nobody's
there
mad
Spike?
at that.
Is that the other one? Spike?
Spike's in here? Yep.
Yeah, it was just like not like I was not blown away by them. You hear me? Hello?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Is one of your
One
buds
of
popping
them, I had to scratch my ear, and the other one fell out, and it doesn't matter. It's fine.
out?
Turns out
still here.
both of my ears are like functioning. So
Oh, good. Ooh,
yeah, I don't want to brag or anything. Present company
big
excluded.
deal. No, my ears are great now.
Let's pull that one out.
100%.
All right, Spike. You want to look at Spike?
Yeah,
So-
give him a little Spike look-see.
Spike, obviously his card is the one with the spike on it. We're going to put it in B tier just to start. Okay. At the start of your turn, you may place a shadow token in any space adjacent to Spike or Drusilla. Okay. Where are the shadow tokens? These are shadow tokens. Okay.
It looks like a shadow to me, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. What do the shadow tokens do?
I can't remember.
Would be nice. Maybe they're buffs?
It's in the book, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. So during combat, if Spike or the opposing fighter is in a space with a shadow token, the value of this card is 5 instead of 3. This one. So they're buffs. I mean, I'm okay with actually dropping it to C.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. It's nothing crazy. You could probably
Yeah.
win with Spike,
Oh yeah, probably.
but just not for me.
Yeah. Sorry, Spike. You can join Sinbad down there. He's getting lonely anyway.
Right, now
what about
Buffy.
What about Buff? Yeah. Okay. Buffy may move through spaces containing opposing fighters, including when she is moved by effects. She got a movement of 3. She's melee. I mean, she seems probably the weakest of all of them.
I don't know. Depends on how well you can use that move through other people.
I mean, she's just like you're staying close the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're moving to just get to the other side of somebody. Because I don't know that she has a single ranged attack.
I don't think so. She's got wooden spikes.
Yeah, she's hand-to-hand combat. I'm good. B or C for me.
No, I'll say C for now.
See you later, Buffy. Last but not least is going to be Angel. Angel.
Okay.
After Angel or Faith attacks, if you lost the combat, draw 1 card. We're going to go and drop that right into C tier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Again, if I were a fan of the show, maybe that would be a lot
bump them
more.
up one, but
And I'm even looking at the minis. They're nothing to write home about.
no.
The whole thing for me, basically, average of C tier would be mine.
Yeah. Yep. I agree.
All right.
What do you got next?
Now, I mean, we're doing sets, right? Because that's what I have in my lap.
Mhm.
Hell's Kitchen, Hex Kitchen. So this one, these are the expensive boys because Marvel's licensing is They don't have enough money. They need more of it, right? So this one's got Bullseye, it's got Daredevil, and it's got Elektra. Okay. This was like $50.
$50 for
Stupid.
3 characters.
Stupid. The other ones that we were just talking about, even Buffy, I think, was like 35 or 40 or something like that. All right. So, I mean, just right off the bat, it's Daredevil. Like, just awesome.
Yeah.
Of all the ones that I would paint, I would want to paint him in his yellow suit.
Oh, really?
You know what I'm saying?
Yellow and brown?
Yeah, like what he's going to be wearing in the new show.
Right.
All right, so I'm assuming you've played Daredevil.
I have. I've played Daredevil.
Thoughts?
Can you just remind me of his power?
Not even worried about that. Here you go. During combat, if you have 2 or fewer cards in your hand, you may blind boost your attack or defense. That's super thematic.
It is.
I like that. Again, you're going to hear a lot of bias in my voice when talking about these characters that I am drawn to. But Daredevil is blind.
What?
And he's very good at being blind. He's better at being blind than I am at having sight.
Okay,
so,
that is actually really true, yeah.
If to say, hey, if you have a few cards in your hand, you can blind boost one of those 2 cards. You know, you can boosting is a mechanic in the game where you use a card, and then this number down here, that's what you can use to boost your attack, the one in the circle. Mm-hmm. Some of them let you boost the movement, but for all intents and purposes, it's that. But Mike's I'm with you.
I think I tend to agree with Mike. So I think I would go B for Daredevil.
Yeah.
I think he's a little bit better than Buffy and her gang. But
yeah, I wholeheartedly agree. I don't think he's C. I put him, mid to high B's. That's where I'd put him.
Okay.
Personally. All right. Bullseye.
I think Bullseye is A at minimum.
I think his character, his mini, could have used a little work. You can't see it. Like, he's got cards up here at the top that he's holding.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's Gambit.
He's like a Gambit, yeah.
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 Just a boring.
I think Bullseye's an S tier.
Really?
I do. He's really good. He's really good. His range is crazy.
Oh, so okay, maybe this is what throws him A to S, right? He can his ability. He can attack from up to 5 spaces away, ignoring zones.
Mm-hmm.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. We were talking about earlier how the way that ranged works in this game is already better than any game. This takes that and just multiplies it times 1,000.
It makes him very good.
All right. I'm going to give it to you. I'm going to give you a yes.
Thank you. Feel great now. And then we have Elektra. Elektra, she can like resurrect or something?
First time that she would be defeated, you remove her and all hand cards, which are her sidekicks. It's also worth noting Bullseye doesn't have a sidekick.
No.
He just has
doesn't need
things. First time that she would be defeated, remove all of her and the hand from the board. She is not defeated at the start of your deck's turn. Resurrect her. Ignore symbols with the hand symbol.
What is her power? What does her health go to? All the way?
You resurrect her. She has a health of 7.
Okay, so it's not super high.
So she has about half the health of a normal character.
Mm-hmm.
Bullseye's 14, Daredevil's 17. That kind of stuff.
You flip the dial. That's what you do.
So Elektra Resurrected she starts at 9.
Okay.
But she only gets resurrected 1 time. Starts at 7, comes back at 9. So basically, she's just a normal character.
B?
Yeah. I mean, what does the hand do? Let's see here. During combat, if you reveal a card named Sai from your hand, you may reveal a card named Sai from your hand. If you do, the value of this card is 5 instead. Oh, okay. So she doesn't get.
Oh, you think it's a C, Michael?
Whenever she comes back, you don't get any of her bonus stuff.
Right. No, I think now that you read that, I think Michael's right. I think she's a C.
Yeah. She went
I think
from
she's the
being
weakest of Marvel.
A pretty plain Jane character to C level.
Yeah, she's, I think, the weakest of the Marvel characters.
Well, here's the thing, Michael. Bees is just like, they're fine. They're super fine-ish. And I think it's okay. This just show you the balance of the game, right? Like if we kind of feel like there's a lot of bees in there. Her character is this one. We'll put her in C. I'm not even opposed to that. Her mini though, pretty freaking cool.
Okay.
She's an air traffic controller.
Yeah, this way, please.
Yep. I like it.
All right.
All right. Redemption Row. All right,
Yes.
so we've got Moon Knight. Probably one of my favorite characters in the MCU. Nicolas Cage and Luke Cage, the Cage boys.
Cage brothers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now I'm trying to think about which one I would put the top of these three.
Oh my gosh, I'm remembering. Look at Moon Knight.
Oh
my
yeah.
gosh.
Yeah, so cool.
Guys, probably the best freaking mini
Super cool.
of Unmatched.
Yeah, Moon Knight.
Oh my gosh.
You flip through his different personalities. So he has Khonshu,
Yes.
he has Mr. Knight, and he has Moon Knight. And each of them, whatever personality you are, you get a bonus of some variety.
Yes.
Or buff or something.
Yeah, and what's really cool is that like each one of them have their own character card.
Yes.
So, excuse me, you start off as Moon Knight. At the start of your turn, you can move up to 2 spaces. At the end of your turn, change to your next identity, which is Khonshu. Khonshu adds +2 to the value of his deck, his attack cards in his deck. He does not take damage from effects other than combat damage. So anything that would do anything else, too freaking bad. Then you can change. You do change. It's not you can. At the end of every turn, you're like constantly cycling.
You have to.
Mr. Knight. He deals. He adds +1 to all of his defense values. Okay. Because he's the gentleman of the group.
Yes,
some
that's
cards,
right,
yeah,
Michael.
some cards do. Good reminder there, Michael. Thank you. But he is very fun to play.
He is very fun to play. Definitely feels a little bit all over the place if you're not ready for it.
If you don't want to play Chaos deck, don't play him at all. I'm gonna put him A tier because I really like to play this character. If you're like, hey Bubba, you can choose one character from any set, I'm thinking about Moon Knight, regardless of what anybody else chooses. No sidekicks.
A tier? Yeah, no sidekicks.
Just
no
him.
need.
Starting health of 16. So, all right, Luke Cage.
I'm trying to remember what Luke Cage is. I know he takes less damage, right? He
Luke Cage takes
takes
two less combat damage.
which makes him pretty dang tough.
When defending, Luke Cage wins combat if he takes no damage, even if he didn't play a card.
Mixel says mini and backup card should put him S tier.
For
Moon Knight.
For Moon Knight, maybe. I mean, I'm willing to put it, for me, he's there minimum. Top of A tier.
I'm good with that. And then we kind of can reevaluate here.
I think, honestly, the reason I don't put him S tier is because of his inconsistency, right? Like when I'm playing with him, it's not even a lock that I'm going to win with him. but I'm gonna have a great time, and I'm gonna make you earn that victory. Like, so that to me puts him in the A tier. I'm gonna have a good time, and you're gonna have to work. But Luke Cage is good if you just want to like to me, he feels the most like the Dice Thrones barbarian.
Well, my only pushback on that, I agree with you, is that Misty Knight, his sidekick, has ranged attack.
Mm-hmm.
So between the two of them, like he can hold the people down, she can shoot them.
That's not bad. That's not bad. You know, you can box somebody in because you can't move through opponents. So unless you're Buffy. I don't know. Where would you put him though? B? He's not quite C, because I do think that
right. Yeah,
damage,
B is where I went to initially in my brain. So maybe we do that.
Yeah, we'll just start there. We'll start at B. And again, we can kind of move these as we get into the actual legit tiering.
And then
Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider. Okay, read me his ability.
Gosh, dude. Bro.
Oh, Hellfire stuff. Oh yeah, the sculpt is so good.
Freaking bike.
You think Ghost Rider's an A, Sean?
Look at it.
Yeah, it's so dang cool.
I just cannot, dude. I remember opening this thing for the first time and going, I don't deserve these minis. Like, I just don't.
They're too good for me.
Yeah.
Sean says A, and we'll read the special ability here, which is Ghost Rider starts the game with 5 Hellfire. When you maneuver, you may spend 1 Hellfire. If you do, increase Ghost Rider's move value to 4, and he mave. What it says here, he mave move through opposing fighters, then deal 1 damage to each opposing fighter he moved through.
I think, like that.
Yeah, that is very good.
I like that. That's like a fire step or something like that, you know. That's
even
really
like
good.
Yeah, I think my brain says A, because I think even if you're just playing in box, Luke Cage takes 2 less in combat damage. So if you move through Luke Cage, you still do 1 damage to him.
Because it's not combat.
It's not combat. It's move damage.
That's a good compromise.
Yep. Yep.
I kind of like that. I'm gonna put
That's how you're gonna chip him away. Yeah, I think that's an A. Here's a B.
And the card. Look at the dude. They're just like.
Where are you putting A to B, or are you putting an A?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I put it in B?
There we go.
I got excited.
Yeah.
This is like the art. This is where your Mondo comes from. Oh, so good.
So that's the next Marvel one. I think we have one more Marvel character. We may as well just do Deadpool.
You wanna do Pool? Deadpool?
It's kind of keeping the Marvel
Deadpool might
family.
be S tier for me.
I think you're right, but I also have had Deadpool die a very painful death to a lot of characters very quickly. If you don't,
tell me you don't have the best game of Unmatched when you're playing Deadpool.
His cards are hilarious. The card, like, just the way they did his cards is so good, because they made it very Deadpool fourth wall breaking, where they just took cards from other characters and like just scratched things out and put his abilities over it. Or you might have like an Xavier School ID card that he's put his stuff on a bus ticket. It looks like a bus ticket. He has his abilities on. Like, I think you're right. Like, taking into consideration his overall play, his mini, and his cards, I think that bumps him up to an S tier.
Like, I mean, even I'm just gonna fan through some of these cards. This is his player card.
Just like
it already looks different. It's like things are hand drawn, and this kind of stuff is scribbled out down here. Like this sets the tone for everything. Let me just read you this card, all right? So after you attack, this is his ability. After you attack, Deadpool recovers 1 health. Also, if your opponent's real name is Logan, all your attacks are +5.
I've never been able to play against someone named Logan, though.
I just want to. I know one Logan in my life, and I want to play this game against him. under sidekicks, it's just scratched out and it says, "What were you expecting?" Negasonic teenage too. Oh, Negasonic teenage too busy snap book kidder gramming. I don't know.
All the above,
just
yeah.
me, myself, and yo mama. Like that's who his sidekick is.
No, Negasonic would be really great to add as well, but it's just dude pool.
These are the cards.
Like a playing card, yeah.
Yeah, everything is.
Every card's different. Where the other sets you'll have like similar cards, like the Fang cards will all be the same back and. Yeah.
There's the X-Men. But like
there's one that's like Scott or Press Rex as well. Oh, his
oh yeah, dude.
The Deadpool 90s card, Marvel card.
This set too good.
Well, it's too bad people can't get it anymore. Not
my
easily
90s
at least.
Pink pouch face. Like the cards are just like drawn on and written on. You know,
yeah.
And that's what the text in that corner says is my 90s pink pouch face. You know, like literally you're playing the game and you're just laughing because you're reading the cards.
So good. Okay, S tier, easy S tier, just for all the above.
Unless anybody can convince me otherwise, and I'm willing to be convinced.
No, I don't think he's top S tier, but I think he's S tier. How about that?
I mean, this to me, you're gonna do a special character.
Oh, they killed it. Perfect. Absolutely killed it.
Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. We'll just drop it right there for now.
Yep.
And I think that might be a good, maybe, I don't know.
Anyway. We'll look at it when we get to the end here. All right, let's move on to Jurassic Park.
Such a great character.
Speaking of licensed properties.
All right. So this is going to be T-Rex and Dr. Sattler, and this is a live unboxing.
Oh, have you not seen this one in real life?
Not in real life.
You are going to be in for a treat.
The box is humongous.
Because that T-Rex is a large character.
Well, I mean, even like here's the other one, right? These are normal sized.
Yeah. Well, I do have a complaint about the box once you get it in there. Like once you open it up, and I'll talk about that.
Once we crack her open here.
Yep.
Dr. Sattler.
No, I have not played with Sattler.
Holy dial.
Yeah, it's huge. I think he has 24 health.
27.
27 health.
Yikes. But I'm gonna guess all it does is romp and stomp.
He does a lot of damage.
Oh my gosh. Holy crap, dude.
He's a big boy.
I mean, Bubba for scale. Like, look at that.
He's the only one that takes up 2 spaces.
Yeah.
It's a girl because they're all girls in the park. Yeah.
Clever girl. Look at that. That's gnarly.
Just huge. Can do some pretty good damage when your opponent doesn't play a card that cancels all your effects.
It's pretty heavy too.
Several times in a row.
These are fantastic minis.
Yeah, they really are. Super well done. I mean, that's like kind of what drew me into the game is the minis. I remember seeing the game before it came out at, I'll say Gen Con, and I was like, oh, these are just too nice. I know I'm going to want them all. And I did. Now, my complaint about the box is once you show it off here, you see the spaces for the cards?
I do.
The cards do not stay in there.
Well, the cards don't stay in any of them.
Well, it's true. At least they kind of stay in their general area, sort of. But with this, like the end is open too much. They just kind of slide into the T-Rex.
Yeah.
That's my complaint. Other than that, though, I would feel comfortable putting T-Rex
That really does look like Dr. Sattler. Like she's not blowing me away, but like I'm not in awe.
No,
of her
that's
character,
her.
but
She's a
that freaking
paleontologist.
looks like her though.
Yeah.
Huh.
I feel
I
like
played it, so it's all you.
Yeah, I have not played Ellie. Ellie, no, it's not. It's Dr. Sattler. Is that her name? Ellie?
Yeah, Ellie's from The Last of Us. Yeah.
Right, same thing. T-Rex, I think his mini Maxi. We'll call him Maxi.
It's a Maxi for sure.
He's really not. She's not really anything to write home about. Like as far as gameplay is concerned, like has a one movement, has the ability to like peekaboo into places, but what are you looking at here?
$10.
Oh, it's $10. Oh, $10. Oh, for just him.
Yeah, I mean, no apology necessary.
Well, because those of you watching and you don't know this, the Ian Malcolm mini does not come with. It's an add-on, so he comes with a little disc like the other sidekicks are. You in the crew?
I don't. Well, I apparently I had this in my cart from 1,000 years ago.
And you
delete.
Will forevermore. You will forevermore.
Dude, it won't let me. Oh, it's free. I'm like, I don't want it.
Just take it.
But it doesn't say free. It's charging me the money. Let's see what it does. Okay. Yeah, I'll buy it. Why not?
We're going back here now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a quick little purchase.
Quick Google search. I think for me the T-Rex is fun, different mechanic, big size, only has one movement, and now it does have some schemes that you can play that will like peekaboo it up next to people, kind of jump across the board, which is cool. That's how you're gonna keep up.
Peekaboo the T-Rex.
Yeah, basically. But characters who can move a lot and like or have range, I can't imagine using T-Rex against someone with range because there's just no way you'd be able to catch him. Now, you do have this peekaboo card and you do have a big dial. It's just that I don't think you'll be able to keep up. Like I'm gonna run from you and I'm just gonna blast you with my Medusa.
Oh really? Okay.
Oh, absolutely. You think
Robin
Hood, like just
anybody range would destroy?
Yeah, and I need to try it again. I played against the Raptors last night, and they overwhelmed him. Like easy. So I would so put him.
Just got a lot.
There's a lot going. He needs a sidekick. He needs a little T-Rex sidekick. Run around with him. That's a little faster. A ranged T-Rex sidekick.
Maybe like the little thing that spits the acid.
Oh, that would have been perfect, actually. To me, I would say the T-Rex. I'm gonna put it in B just because of the sculpt. The Maxi. It's that one. It's a C. It's a C level character for me overall.
Okay, what about Dr. Sattler?
I don't know enough about her. I've only played against her one time. Can you read her power? I can read her own power.
You do it.
With my one hand here. Dr. Ellie Sattler. Dr. Sattler or Dr. Mel, after they move, either Sattler or Malcolm move, place an insight token in their space. You have 5 insight tokens. Whenever either of your fighters moves to a new space, place an insight token in their new space. Tokens may be placed in spaces with other tokens, including. So it seems like there's gonna be a buff.
Versus the guy from Seinfeld. Hey, that's a unmatched set I would love. No soup for you.
Oh, just Seinfeld?
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. Yeah.
Increase the value of this card by the number of insight tokens on the board. Remove them. So it's a pretty big buff. It looks like. I probably
get an insight every time you move.
Yes.
Is there? Do you know if there's a max?
You have 5 insight tokens.
Okay, so you can do a +5 buff on an attack.
If you can get them all in there, yeah. Not use them up before that. That's only once.
It was after Dr. Sattler or Malcolm moves, so you can place up to 4 a turn. You could get all 5 of them almost in one.
Well,
turn.
it doesn't say and though. What? I guess
The way I read it.
Yeah, I guess you could put it after both of them.
Because
so,
when you maneuver, both of your characters move.
Right.
And so after Sattler or Malcolm move, I guess
Okay.
I could read it both ways. I can
read it both ways.
Yeah. Either way, I mean, you can get 2 a turn,
Right.
right? So you're
So
really
you guess a
not
couple
losing
turns
a whole
then.
lot. You just move, and you're getting cards.
I mean, I
so-
still don't think. To me, like, I would still put them low.
Since we haven't played them, we'll just put them C tier.
Okay, that sounds good. And LTN colors. So.
Oh yeah. Well, that's they'll be hearing from our lawyers.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
absolutely.
I didn't even notice that. I like it.
Surprise. Okay, let's move on to Raptors.
Raptors. Okay, got him.
Raptors have that swarm mechanic. Oh, I'm the engine guys.
Yeah, I'm the in-game guy. InGen.
They do put traps down, and I've not had great success with those guys. I want them to do well. I want to beat the dinosaurs, but whenever I'm fighting those raptors are just too much. Like, they are just too much.
They're fast.
They're fast. They swarm. They do more damage when they're all adjacent to the same target. And they have cards that even give them they have a +1 for every other raptor adjacent to who you're attacking. They have some cards that give you an extra +1 for everyone adjacent. So they can do some mega damage very quick, and they're constantly like, do this and get a +1 action. And you're like, oh my gosh, really? Please quit it. So when they fought the T-Rex last night or yesterday afternoon, like, it was just, I just couldn't do it. Couldn't keep up. Well, there's Jumpy.
3 raptors.
There's Jumpy.
3 raptors, and each one of them has a different sculpt. Like, it's just awesome, man. Like, that's the kind of stuff I'm here for. You know? So cool.
John, would you put the engine guys? What does that even stand for? That's what I need to know.
Generation.
Oh, intergenerational guys.
Yeah.
Intragenerational? Would you put them? I put them pretty low, personally. Man, that might be my first D.
Oh, really?
I just have had zero success with them. Like, it's not, every time I play, it's not even close. In most of the games I play, they balance it so well. They're pretty close. And maybe I'm playing them wrong. Maybe I'm not using my traps wisely enough. But
maybe.
I don't know. I haven't played them all at all.
He's ranged.
He is ranged, but he's just not as good as the other ranged people. Raptors is where it's at. The Raptors, maybe I've only played against Raptors. I'm honestly having a hard time remembering who I've used. Yeah, they're fast.
Yeah,
They're
if you were to play against somebody else,
Bruce
like
Lee
not
would
the
pound him.
thematic.
Bruce Lee would pound him.
Maybe.
Medusa would pound him.
Well, Medusa, again, she's dirty.
I know. I think
She plays
any of
for
these
keeps.
people, any of these characters we have in S and A would wipe the floor of them.
All right. So InGen, we're gonna say
It's the orange triangle or blue triangle with the orange.
the one that says InGen. Yeah. Okay. We'll put him C tier.
Lowest C tier.
So this is kind of sad actually that
The two Jurassic Park ones are
this
so
is
low.
this is C tier. It's just like maybe these are characters we need to play more. You
Maybe
think?
that's what we're boiling down to. Maybe we leave them C. We go back, do our homework. Come back next time.
I'm totally down for that because man, I just want to play. I want to play more games, and I really like this game.
I've been trying. I feel like I went through a good long time where we played a ton of games at home, and just recently we haven't played hardly any. And so I've been trying to just get games out and play more often. You gotta pump those BG stat numbers, right?
Okay, so just a reminder on the traps. You can place a trap token in any unoccupied space in Muldoon's zone.
Muldoon,
If his
Clever girl.
space is in more than one zone, you may pick a space in any of them. The target space cannot contain any fighters or other tokens, including other traps. When an opposing fighter enters a space with a trap goes off. The fighter must immediately stop moving and takes 1 damage. After the trap goes off, return to the box. Muldoon and his allies may land on or move through traps freely without setting them off. And also, anytime one of the traps is returned to the box, you draw a card. So it's helping you cycle your deck.
It
while
is.
also
I just wish the
obviously
traps didn't go away.
stopping major movement. So
Yeah. Well, you wouldn't need that.
what would they do? You'd spend a card to reset him or something?
Yeah. I'm a trapper,
I
man.
can see it.
I'm a trapping man.
All right, so where
well-
are we putting Raptors?
Oh man, Raptors are, to me,
S tier?
S tier.
I agree with that.
And I think because there are 3 of them, I think they have the ability to go against some of these ranged people.
Yes.
They can
So
avoid them a
I
little more.
think they meet their match with Mr. Lee.
I can agree with that as long as he can not be surrounded by them.
Even then,
Okay, because they're only 7 health each.
yeah. If they get in close and they don't kill him, it's one of those. If you're gonna do it, you better kill me right now.
Yeah,
Because
that's
if
true.
not, you're all dead. Because he actually has a better chance, and we haven't even talked about it yet. But he has a better chance of doing enough damage to all of them to kill them
That's true.
in one turn. And so, all right. So we're gonna put them S tier because they're fantastic.
They
It's
are.
just- It was such a well built character, and not without its flaws. Don't get me wrong, but like that the Raptor team. The only thing that I think that I would want is a Jurassic World blue. I would want like even if it's just like a replacement figure, doesn't matter to me.
They probably don't own the rights.
It's a little blue stripe right across.
Okay.
okay.
We've talked a lot about Bruce Lee.
You just wanna go
put him in
straight
S
to it?
tier. Bruce Lee is by himself, but he has the ability to get cards back out of his discard pile. He has the ability to do multiple actions. He just imagine Bruce Lee in real life, and that's him in the game. Like just punching everyone and everything, kicking everyone and everything. And the cool thing about him is after you move up an attack, because he is not range, he can jump back away from the character. He can move a space, 1 space, 2 spaces, at least 1 space.
I am just now realizing I've never played my Bruce Lee ever.
Oh, really?
Yep, I must have played yours.
Surprise. There he
Look,
is.
he's got a golden base.
Aw. He's a not
This
even punch.
character? No. Well, there's nothing to punch for him. But the cards
Oh,
still
they're
in
still
the
sleeved or in plastic.
cellophane. So here's the thing with Mr. Lee here. If we go to eBay real quick.
Not E-Bomb's World, no.
No, eBay's Bomb World.
He's Beth. He's E-Bay's
yeah,
World.
he's the legit One Punch Man.
Yep.
Oh, I don't have the foil card. I don't have it.
I don't think I do either, actually. I'd have
Why
to
don't
look.
we have the foil card?
None of your beeswax.
Anyway, that card's $200.
Yeah, freaking good luck. I can't believe that. Some moves.
Bruce Lee, Unmatched, 200, 220, 250. The low, it's a bid too, 109. $300? Nobody's paying $600.
It's sealed, just like yours.
Oh, it's played once, sleeved, and rare.
Oh, it's rare. I
Okay,
think yours
this
is
sealed one, $500.
just the mini 180.
Just the mini? Get out of here, dude. I'm not paying $100 for that. So anyway, this is a very coveted because it's no more prints, none
Yep.
prints. So if you have it, you're
I'm
sitting on a
holding
gold
out for the
mine.
Brandon Lee.
Oh yeah, the crow.
Yep.
Okay, so I just wanted to kind of get everybody up to speed on kind of
Yeah,
what we're
you
talking about
can't.
here.
Just
with
good
this
luck
release.
getting them if you can find them at this point for less than $100.
Yeah.
But easily. No, I didn't play him right the first few times I played him. I didn't use his ability. I wasn't jumping back. But as soon as I realized that, like, you couldn't stop him.
Yeah, his ability is just at the end of your turn, move a space.
Yep. Which is
That's his ability.
You're basically wasting an action on your opponent if they're not ranged because you're making them move up on you
Making a move.
and then attack you. And you can then attack
in,
twice and jump
attack.
back.
Get out.
Yep.
Yeah, there's my grocery money.
No, that's Bruce Lee money. What are you talking about?
That's
two of 'em.
Brace's money, man. You kidding me?
Need 2 of them.
Obviously S tier,
Yep.
and
Easy.
like my cards aren't opened, and I'm not going to open them, just in case. And so, but that's where the magic is in the cards. It's really not even in that mechanic. That mechanic is a great mechanic. Don't get me wrong, but being able to take another turn and take another turn and
Yeah.
take another
You can
turn.
chain react.
It's a lot
So
like.
much.
Well, I don't want to say it's a lot like. It's not dissimilar to Miles Morales and Dice Throne, right? Spider-Man combo, boom, 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 boom.
Combo.
But I don't think I honestly I don't know that it's limited with Bruce Lee. It's only limited. by the
No, I
number
think
of
he can go as
cards
many
and what
times as
your
he has
draw
cards.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just crazy, absolutely crazy.
All right. What we got next?
That's a great question. Robin Hood and Bigfoot, the most unlikely duo. When this came out, everybody was like, "The what now?" I'm sorry.
Well, they're both
They're like,
forest
"Yeah,
bros,
no,
you know,
sure." Who
living in the forest.
I think their marketing was, "Who doesn't want to play Robin Hood versus Bigfoot?"
Yeah,
like,
that's exactly it.
Me until this moment, like never even thought about it.
I think Bigfoot is just a big bruiser. He can hit
Yeah.
hard when he hits hard. His jackalope friend can run around the board.
Yeah, I'm
But
not
he-
mad at this set.
No,
Right.
I'm not either. And I've played Bigfoot a lot. And when he works really well. When he doesn't, he goes down. And I think what usually is happening is I'm playing against Robin Hood and his merry men, and his merry men are just dealing with me.
Yeah,
His sculpt's really cool.
yeah. I was gonna say Bigfoot. They don't mess around with the skull.
He's big.
He's not medium foot.
No, he's big. He's a big guy.
I mean, honestly, he could have been a lot bigger than this is, but
Well, now that
like
we've
it.
seen T-Rex.
yeah. All right, so Bigfoot, at the end of your turn, there is no opposing fighters in Bigfoot zone. You may draw 1 card.
Which is nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like not winning any awards for that, but I'm gonna go ahead and put Bigfoot in C tier. I mean,
That's kind of where my brain was at. He's not bad, but he's not. Yes,
what were you gonna
Bigfoot
put
will
in
be
D?
nice for the
You were gonna put
adventures.
something in D.
I would have put engine in there. In
Ingen.
Inglorious generational guys.
Glorious Gen Stars.
I wish I had more coffee. I ran out.
Well, sorry, hey man.
Too bad.
Deal with okay, so now we
Robin
got Mr. Robin
Hood.
Hood. He's ranged, right? And this wasn't the first ranged character, but I think he was the
No,
one that kind of like after
What's
you attack,
unacceptable?
you may move your attacking
I'm on a coffee.
fighter
Yeah, I know.
up to 2.
Wow. I think, to me, Robin Hood's not as good as the other range characters we have. Near the top.
He's low B,
He's good,
high
and
C.
he has what 3 merry men, 5
Yeah.
merry men. He has a lot.
4.
4 merry
I'll
men.
meet you in the middle at 4. Yeah.
Okay. I put him in an A, and I feel pretty good about
An
that.
A.
I would put him in an A. He's tough. Read his ability again.
After you attack, you can move your attacking fighter up to 2 spaces.
You can jump back as well.
So I guess that means that if you attacked with the merry men, you could move all of them 2 spaces. I'll give it to you. You want to put A though? All right.
You don't think so?
All right. Hey, look, man. I'll give it to you. Stop yelling at me, okay?
Sean, what do you think? Mike, so what do you think? Have you played these
Yeah.
characters?
I feel like we need somebody to.
We need a third party. Keep talking.
Hey,
I'm grabbing a drink.
And Sean, you're absolutely correct. Bigfoot is going to be very fun in adventures. Very fun in adventures. High B than A. Thank you.
High B. Okay, I'm good with
you.
that. That's as a third opinion. I'm good with that. I think you need to play him again, though.
Yeah.
You can play them again.
I mean, here's the thing, though.
Mike, so
Again,
do you,
if I'm like, I'm not. Oh, okay. Anna's back. We can start
WB.
over. I have very limited time for games, and if I'm like, hey, let's say I have a week to play Unmatched. I play 7 games. Look at this list. I'm not reaching for Robin Hood.
Okay, Mike, so you put it a really good way there. That actually is a really good way to think about it. So I'm trying to think if there's any other ones I would draft.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not. If I hit him rando, I'm gonna play him and we're gonna have fun. But I'm not.
Sure.
Not going into it.
Okay.
Who's the character with the spooky A tier face?
Oh,
that is Bloody Mary. She's freaking cool. She's in Volume 2, the base set for Volume 2, and it's, yeah. Mike Soul, hey dude, we're on there.
Same.
Okay, so yeah, and also Matt, Little Red Riding Hood and Beowulf. So this one, again, was
right
kind
before
of
Ghost Rider. That is Dr. Jekyll.
Yeah, Jekyll and Hyde. Out of Cobble and Fog. So, Widowed Riding Hood.
Widowed.
And Beowulf. It's one of those things that it's like, again, kind of an unseemingly combo, right? I wouldn't have put them together, but kind of thematically, Beowulf. Little Red Riding Hood.
Hood. Yeah.
Yeah. I see it, right? Like, it's not a big stretch, but it's kind of a stretch. So
I think Little Red Riding Hood has the ability to. She has symbols on her cards, and if you match the symbol that was previously played, like either that round or the round before, on that card,
yeah,
you do more stuff. Usually more damage.
That's right. I remember that.
More health, or draw more cards, move more. Something's gonna happen, and when you hit those, she is solid. She is hard to beat. When you don't
resolve
hit
an effect on a card, and on a card you play, if the symbol next to the effect matches the item in your basket, at the start of the game, place Little Red's basket in your discard pile, which is a card. This one here.
Steve, yes, that's what we said. We said about Alice and Jekyll. We put Jekyll a little bit higher than Alice because we thought he did it better.
Yeah, it's a very similar mechanic, but like the benefit. So when you're playing Alice, you just are big or small, and you get a plus or a minus, right? Like,
well, with Alice, if you're small, your defense goes up.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So like a minus to attack from everybody, plus depending on how you want to look at it.
Right.
But it's you either get a bonus to attack or a bonus to defense. That's what Alice's mechanic is. With Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, the cards are based off of what character you are. And so that's, to me, it's like they just, it's an evolution.
It is.
I'm ready to put her A tier, like high A tier.
Yeah, I'm good with that. We can rearrange these as we get finished here. But I do think that Beowulf.
Dude, and her sculpt too.
Beowulf. Oh yeah, her sculpt's really cool. Isn't she wearing like a wolf hood?
Yeah, she's wearing like a wolf.
Wolf head hood. Hard to see. Wait for it. Focus. Enhance. There it is.
Hold on.
It hates it.
No, it's focused. She's got the Black Widow pose.
Yeah. Superhero pose. I think Beowulf, maybe I've only ever played with Beowulf against Little Red, but he gets whooped every time. Just whooped. And it's not even close because she's just so powerful, and she's like this unassuming, like, oh, it's a little girl, but no. She obviously killed that wolf, and she's wearing its body on her.
She obviously killed that wolf.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird because technically, I guess she's wearing her grandma.
Oh wait, her grandma was in the wolf. Maybe this is like a different reality where she got the wolf before he got her grandma.
So Beowulf starts with 1 rage. When he's dealt damage,
his rage should work well.
When he's dealt damage, he gets more rage, and he has a maximum of three rage. Spend any amount. So here's one. During combat, spend any amount of rage. This card's value is +2 for each rage. So he can swing a stick.
I would put him at a C. I don't.
I feel like, where do we put Arthur? B?
Arthur?
He feels kind of Arthur-y to me.
I would even, honestly, after going through a lot of these, I'd move Arthur down.
Think so? You think Arthur belongs with Buffy's? You better
I
watch your
don't
mouth, young
know.
man.
Should Buffy be D?
This is the question to ask.
I think so. Honestly, I would even move Sattler down there too. I don't think Sattler's that good.
Sattler and D.
I'll let you have this one, but I would move Arthur down.
All right, we'll move him down.
And I would move Beowulf to C.
And Beowulf goes in C. I mean, did we miss anybody?
We just have Genie and Houdini.
No. Who did we put? Because there were supposed to be 4 characters from.
We
Buffy.
had Willow up in B tier, but I would move her down to C.
Because she has that.
I would move her to C.
Really? You think so?
Maybe leave her there.
She has that resurrection ability.
She does. That's right. That's right.
I mean, that being said, we have Elektra in C, and she basically resurrects. But
That's true.
Willow can resurrect friendly characters. So in a game where you're playing with a teammate,
that'd be very helpful.
Let's say Bruce goes down. Bruce is on your team. You bring him right back. Yeah, that's
awful.
Man, maybe she's A. I don't know. We'll talk about it in a second.
Depending on who she's with.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have Genie and Houdini.
I don't have these, so I can't.
And I only have played Houdini, and I read through Genie yesterday. Houdini, they've added this thing where you can boost your attack, which is, is a pretty normal thing to have. But on the boosts, not only is there a number, there's also like an ability. So if you use this card to boost, you get to draw a card or add damage or something. He has the ability to, like, some of his cards, you play them and it says you may boost this card twice.
Okay.
And you boost it twice, and each of those have an ability on there that might be, so you could be doing up to 7 damage or 8 damage easy. And then some of the cards say, if you use this as a boost, put it back in your hand. So like
Ooh,
it is
a little sleight of hand.
Little sleight of hand, exactly. He has other cards where like you'll play a 1, and then you're allowed to take that card back up and then play like a 1 attack. You're allowed to take that card back up and then play another 1 down, which is pretty cool. I'd like to play him more. He seemed. These are the 2 cards that you remember they did that contest, like design your own character contest.
I do, yeah.
Yep. My eldest Avon, he also submitted a couple. Can't remember who he submitted, but he did submit a couple into it as well. These are the 2 that won, though. It wasn't Avon, but it was somebody else.
Oh, interesting.
What?
Interesting.
Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would put him. Let's see. Whenever you make the maneuver action and boost, you may place Houdini. And he can get on the board very quickly.
Because he's an escape artist.
Yes, he can.
So again,
if you take the maneuver like move ability and then you boost it, you put him anywhere on the board. He's jumping around. He's climbing in your window. Yeah, I think an A.
A tier.
Now Genie, I've only sort of read through, and I'm gonna need to kind of look at him a little bit more. I was going to play the Genie, and then June was gonna be Raptors. I'm like, hey, I'll be T-Rex. Why not? Let's do it. They're not really in alphabetical order. Keep going. Gene Con. The Genie. There you go. Down.
Oh, the Genie. Oh, get out of here.
At the start of your turn, you may discard 1 card to gain an action. So you could potentially have 3 actions in a turn. Which is pretty dang cool.
Yeah. Okay, so give me cards. Show me cards, my guy. Disengage. And has anybody played Genie? Deck info.
He's the most recent one to come out, besides the Marvel stuff that you may already have. Some of you may have. The Teen Spirit.
Mr. the Genie. 16 health. He's got a movement of 3.
Yeah. He's gonna be hard to take down. Looks like a lot of attack.
Yeah, a lot of attack here.
Pretty, and then the other ones are like basically attack as well if you want.
Almost no defense. So
yeah.
Interesting. Does he have a sidekick?
No. Houdini has Bess. I guess his assistant. I would feel comfortable not knowing a lot about him, just putting him in mid range. He looks tough. He also has those like boost abilities, like he uses this to boost. I think he does at least. And granted, I didn't dig through all the cards.
The three wishes scheme. Gain 1 action and choose 1 effect. Draw 5 cards for the rest of
your turn. Then you can use
turn.
those cards to then get more actions.
Yeah, your cards values are 4 and cannot be changed. Each opponent discards 2 cards. So you can gain 1 action and choose 1 effect. You can either draw 5 cards. For the rest of your turn, your cards are valued at 4 and cannot be changed, or each opponent discards 2 cards. Gain 1 action. You get to do another. Okay, yeah, I like that. That's pretty cool. So you're thinking B?
I would say B just because I don't know him well enough. Like, I don't think he's not bad.
I feel like he might climb
could be
up
an
the
A.
B ladder or an A.
I really feel like he'd go
played.
almost anyway.
If played.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
That's everybody.
All right, so let's start
so
going
far.
through these things.
Yeah, that's
All right?
everybody on there.
So let's look at our S tier. Yep. We got Bruce Lee, Medusa, Bullseye, Deadpool, and Raptors.
I honestly, personally, I feel pretty good about this, but I don't know if you put Deadpool up higher
In this lineup?
in that lineup.
You put
Although
Medusa
I maybe
Bullseye?
switch Medusa and Bullseye.
Okay. I feel good about that.
Okay, great. Now, is there anyone in A that you'd move up to S? What's that third one? On A
This
tier?
is Sun Wukong.
Yeah.
Monkey. I don't know that there's anybody I would move up to S tier. I might rearrange these guys though.
Okay.
So, big fan of Moon Knight. Big fan because I like his mechanic. But again, it's like the complexity of his character makes him. It's like I like to play Artificer and Dice Throne. I don't win a whole lot with Artificer, but I think it's one of the most enjoyable play experiences. And so,
yeah, I would move Jekyll and Hyde down.
let's put it at the end. We'll kind of start
Yeah,
there. I
that's what I meant,
do really
the end.
think that Ghost Rider with that movement is bear speed, Star Collect.
True.
Yeah, all 3 of them. I think we move Sun Wukong down.
Is that Invisible Man?
Invisible Man here.
I forgot to mention Invisible Man, when he puts his little smoke tokens out, he can move between them.
Yeah. I might put him above Bloody Mary for me. Maybe even above Ghost Rider.
That's tough. They're different characters, but I think
it's still movement, right?
It's still movement,
Like,
yeah.
But
I think I'm good with
I feel this.
that. I think.
So we don't know enough. Well, you do know enough about Houdini. Where would you put
I
Houdini
played enough.
here?
I played Houdini. I would feel comfortable putting him right there, though.
Okay. I like that.
Okay. All
I
right.
like that.
Now, is there any in the B that we should move up to A?
This is a good question. All right. So B, just so that we're all on the understanding here. B is legitimately the middle of the road. Yeah, it's arch enemy.
I see you.
Man. I was watching. This is so stupid, but because of Invisible Man, I was was watching a GCW wrestling match from like years ago. I don't remember how long. And it was legitimately Invisible Man versus Invisible Stan. And there was nobody in the ring, and it was an entire match, and it was fantastic.
Wow.
It was fantastic. Matt, I need to send this to you. It was wonderful, and it was everything in the world that wrestling is. And you know what sold it? The crowd was all the way into it. All the way.
Really? Oh, gosh.
And they had some spots. Matt, I'm just going to send it to you. It was fantastic.
Okay, yeah, send it to me.
Okay. Anyway, so we have Robin's Hood, Alice, Achilles, Inenga. I think is how we decided we were going to say that. This is Sherlock Holmes.
Yep.
This is Dracul, Willow, Daredevil, Lucas Cage, T-Rex, and Genie. So were there commentators that could see them? No. The ref said, in order to really see this match in all of its glory, and then he put on like some like shades that were his special goggles to be able to see.
He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, it's so good. It's such good. All right, I'm not happy with this lineup at all.
That's fine.
I think I would bring Willow to the front just to start because I really do like the ability. Again, it's the combo ability.
Yeah.
Man. Like
if you're playing a 2v2.
If she's solo.
Yes. Correct.
She's I think we can character.
I think we can move Alice down some. I think we move Achilles down some.
Let's do this. If we're gonna move him down, let's just move him down. All right. And then
I think I would move Luke Cage up
because he's got a defensibility.
And he has a range sidekick.
Okay. So these are both range characters here.
Yep. And I think they're probably pretty close to each other.
Daredevil. You've got to be spending cards in order for him to be
yes,
good.
You do. But that's kind of the disadvantage of this game is once your deck's out, you start taking damage every time you maneuver. You got to be careful.
Okay, yeah. So that's another thing that we were talking about is like Bruce Lee, he's just gonna pop. But once he works through all of his cards, if your deck is legit empty, you can't draw. You have to maneuver. You have to attempt to draw a card, and if you can't, you lose 1 health per card you draw.
Well, he thankfully he can take cards from his discard pile too.
Ah, there you go.
Yeah.
What do you think about Dracula?
I think he's probably pretty middle of the average characters.
Okay, so this is about where we're at.
I think.
Would you say that he's better or worse than Sherlock?
I think he's worse.
He's the heel.
I honestly would move that the T-Rex down. T-Rex is just big and like not much. Yeah, there's no mobility.
Bottom of the B tier.
Yeah.
Okay. Dracula. Okay, so Inenga or Robin Hood?
I think Robin. Well, how many sidekicks does she have? I'll wait.
Yeah, it's gonna be easier just to look here. Two.
I would say Robin Hood because he has more.
See, that's what we need. Okay.
Yeah.
Inenga or Sherlock?
I think range beats Sherlock.
Okay. Sherlock or Dracula?
Sherlock just has more utility. I feel like he's got more going on.
Okay, Dracula or Genie?
We don't know. Genie, we have speculation about.
I think
Genie.
it's probably Genie.
You're probably right. I would guess that.
Dracula or Alice? I would say Dracula.
It's a tough one. I think we're good. I feel good with what's going forward.
So that feels comfortable to me. And this one, just remembering everybody that this Willow has a big asterisk on it.
In a 2v2 game.
Yeah. All right, C tier: Sinbad, Elektra, Bigfoot,
Arthur,
and Beowulf. Excuse me, Arthur and Beowulf. I like Beowulf at the bottom.
I do too.
I think Elektra kind of lives here with him.
I'm fine with that. I think I would put Arthur near the top of this one. I don't know. I try to remember. He just has big hits.
I would do this.
I'm good with that.
Because I think that Sinbad, he's not sin good. You know what I mean? He's not even sin decent. I think he's sin bad.
He's sin nasty.
But I think that like the mechanic of the boats is pretty cool, and I do like that. I really do like it. I just don't like it as much as other things. It's creative, but I feel like it misses a mark a little bit.
Yep.
So that feels good, and I think again, Bigfoot, he's good at what he does, but what he does isn't great, and so.
Yeah, I think I'm good with that. And then this bottom row, the only thing I would probably move would be Dr. Sattler, just because I don't know enough about her.
Yeah, I would do this because I think that these characters actually work better than these characters. And I don't know.
Correct. Yes, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. 100%. And so I don't know. I've not had a lot of luck with that.
I haven't either.
And I know it's a card game, it's randomized, blah blah blah, whatever. I get that. I totally understand it. But it's like a lot of this has to do with, am I having fun when I'm playing as well? Right? If Sinbad would have been like a standalone character, biggest waste of money. Massive waste of money.
Absolutely.
But he came with 3 other characters, and so it's
now
like,
looking at this, you can almost say that in our professional opinions that the Buffy set was
the worst.
Not super worth it. Followed by the Jurassic Park with T-Rex. I don't know, man. It's such a fun set though because he's so big.
It's fun, right? I'm going out of my way. I just bought the stinking Malcolm, right? Like, I was jazzed.
You want it? Yeah, hey, absolutely. I honestly, I feel like my opinion is I've only played one match with him, in my kid's opinion. And even like when I came down, like when I was playing with June and my other kids came down, they're like, "There's no way the T-Rex is going to beat the Raptors." And I was like, "Thank you so much."
Yep, fair enough. And here's the thing too, is like, Mixel just got me that set that we just ranked pretty poorly. That doesn't change the fact that I want that set and I want to play those characters and try that stuff out. But it's like, man, if we're putting apples to apples here, if we're gonna like rank these things, we have to be true to what's actually happening. And at the end of the day, it was a missed mark. And I hope that they move forward with that. And I know that there are people that are like, probably like, T-Rex is my favorite, and that's great.
That's fine.
That's the way it should be.
Maybe I'm not playing it right because he does get bonus action. She does get bonus action cards. They're not as frequent as the Raptors or Bruce Lee.
Sure. But if we're gonna pull it out of if we're gonna play T-Rex against almost anything else, right? T-Rex against Raptors, period. Like, that's in the same vein, but it's not T-Rex versus Sattler. Like, if you play the box sets together, they probably balance a whole lot better.
They probably do.
You break them out and play.
That's what I would guess. We got Dobson over here. We got Dobson.
Nobody cares. Yeah.
Well, we have just a few minutes left. Honestly, if I'm looking at this, we can kind of end on this and finish up. But if we're looking at this, if someone is going to buy one box and only one box.
Oh my gosh.
Obviously, that's not going to be Deadpool or Bruce Lee.
It's probably Redemption's Row.
3 characters for $30 bucks.
That's what it looks like to me. Because we have 2 of those 3 characters. So it's Moon Knight, Ghost Rider, and
that's true. The only one I would maybe put up there would be Cobble and Fog, just because they're pretty like middle road, and we have
Fog
2 that are in A tier.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But really,
you're gonna get a better bang for your buck with Cobble and Fog.
Right, you're gonna have 4 characters. What I will say though is, these are just our opinions. You don't have to take our word for it. If there are characters that you think you would enjoy more, go for it, because you really can't go wrong with this game overall. These are just like what we thought we would probably, what we have found to be the more better characters.
Yeah. Again, it's on a scale of 1 to fun, right? Like, what do you want to play? For us, it looks like it's Cobble and Fog and Redemption's Row.
Yep.
Okay, that's what it looks like. That doesn't mean that we don't like the other characters, right? Like there's so much stuff that's going on. If somebody were like, hey, I want to play Unmatched and I only have the Buffy set, I'm playing Unmatched, right? Like it's just happening. And this is also set in stone. Absolutely. Thank you.
Yeah. The end. Amen.
But hey, that's just kind of our thing. We'll find a way to share this.
Oh yeah, don't delete it.
Here, I'll just take a screenshot of it right now, actually. I think that there's a way to share it.
Yeah, I think you
save
can share
or
it
download.
on there.
I'll just push the save or download button. Download image. We're going to call this Unmatched. Man Bubba in the morning. Unmatched.
And I think if you're going to get Cobble and Fog, you'll need to do it soon because I think that's when it's going away. Am I right?
Yeah. But I think you can go to...
it's still available on Amazon.
You could probably go to Barnes & Nobles, if I'm being real. Like, if you want to just go pick one up.
And you can still get the Jurassic Park stuff on Amazon, it looks like, as well.